Hello everyone, my name is Liz and today I have a dynamic upper body workout for you, and all you're going to need is a set of dumbbells. For today's workout, we're going to start with a quick warm-up, then we're going to do 3 trisets, each focusing on an upper body move, a core move, followed by push-ups. We'll repeat this twice through before moving on to a brief cool down. I'm using a set of 15-pound dumbbells today, but you use whatever works for you in this moment. That might vary from day to day, and that's okay, as long as you're trying your best. All right, hopping into that warm-up, we're going to start just with some arm swings, crossing one arm over top of the other and alternating which one is on top, focusing on getting nice and loose through the shoulders. Torso rotations are next, so bring your fingertips to your shoulders, pull the elbows slightly back to engage in the upper back, and then brace your core and rotate right to left from your center. Getting a nice little spinal twist here, warming up through the abs, also activating through that upper back and stretching through the front of the chest and shoulders. Next we have side to side reaches. Pull the shoulders back, keep the chest open. Getting a nice stretch through the obliques, opening up through the intercostal muscles between the ribs, as well as the shoulders. Moving on to a reverse fly, find a nice flat back position with a neutral spine and a braced core. Then keep the shoulders down away from your ears as you pull the shoulder blades together and squeeze in the upper back. Transitioning to an inchworm with a mountain climber ladder. So we're going to inchworm on the hands out to a high plank and do 6 mountain climbers, pulling the knee into the chest. Then walk back. We're going to repeat this again, but this time we're going to do 10 mountain climbers. Really pull in the core every time the knee drives up. Keep the shoulders still. Walk it back. Final round. This time we have 14 mountain climbers. Once you finish those climbers, walk back to your feet. Find a forward fold just for a moment before rolling back up to the top. Moving on to jumping jacks, keeping the arms and legs nice and straight and strong. Warming up the body temperature, boosting the heart rate. Stay nice and light on the toes. Next we have arm circles, starting backwards on the right arm and then coming forwards in the opposite direction. And then we'll switch arms, do the same thing on the other side. Last but not least, we're going to do some slow burpees. So reach your hands up high, bring them down to the mat, jump out and in, hitting that high plank every time you jump back, and repeat. Make sure to keep that core strong. We don't have to go super fast here, you don't have to jump, we're still warming up. So just focus on good form and building some body heat. And that is it for our warm-up. Moving on to our first try set. We are starting with an alternating bent over row. We're going to follow this with leg drops and push-ups. First, we have that alternating bent over row. We are going to do 20 total reps here, alternating arms. Start it up, keeping that nice flat back position, neutral spine. We want to lead this row with the shoulder, follow with the dumbbell, pulling that weight back towards the hips. Keep the core braced, keep the neck long. Again, we're doing 20 alternating reps, so that will be 10 on each arm total. Nicely done. Finish up those rows wherever you are. Now we're going to drop it right down to the mat and do 15 leg drops. Keep the legs nice and straight, or add a little bit of a bend if that lower back starts to lift. The most important thing is that your back is on the floor, abs are pulled in nice and strong. All right, wrapping that up, we have your first set of 10 push-ups to start. I'm starting on my toes today. As you can see, that is not going to last very long. 10 standard push-ups is currently my maximum, and there's a big difference between doing 10 push-ups after rest and doing 10 push-ups at the end of a try set. This structure challenges our endurance as well as our strength, so we're working our muscles in a much different way. If you need to drop down to your knees or move to a wall or a bench, that is fine too. Work with where you are today. Push-ups are extremely challenging, and a lot of your potential in push-ups depends on your genetics and your body structure. And let that relax. We have a quick little rest here before we repeat that try set one more time. All right, we're heading into round 2. Grab those dumbbells for your second set of those alternating bent over rows. 20 reps, here we go. Finish up those rows, and we'll head back down to the floor for 15 double leg drops. Inhale as the legs drop down, exhale as they lift. Keep that nice strong center. All right, moving on to your second set of push-ups. I'm already kicking myself for putting all of these push-ups in this workout, but here we go. Still starting on my toes for this second set. If you're there with me, right on. And let that go. All right, everybody, that is the end of tricep number 1. Quick rest before we move on to tricep number 2. Our upper body exercise will be a bicep curl to overhead press. We'll follow this with toe touch reaches and then head right back to our push-ups. When you're ready, grab those dumbbells. For our neutral grip curl to overhead press, palms are facing in. Here we go. Again, we have 10 reps here. Make sure the shoulders stay back underneath, or the elbows rather, stay back underneath the shoulders as you curl. And then let the dumbbells come slightly together overhead as you push them up. All right, let that go. Set those weights aside. We are back down on the floor for 15 toe touch reaches. So extend the legs right up above the hips and crunch by lifting the head, neck, chest, and shoulders to reach towards the toes. If you don't get near your toes or touch them, that's fine. The goal here is just to lift the upper body in a crunch while keeping the legs still. Again, exactly how high you go and whether or not you touch your toes is going to depend on your body structure. I have long legs, so that is a long way up for me. It might be for you too, and that is okay. That is the first set of toe touches. We are on to our third round of 10 push-ups. And I am starting right on my knees for this round to keep that form solid. Don't forget to brace your core. Those arms are probably already nice and tired. This set's going to be a bit more challenging. Just keep focusing on your breath. Take a rest if you need it and come back in as soon as you're ready. And have a rest. All right, here's our little breather. Then we'll head into round 2 of this tricep, starting with that bicep curl to overhead press. Shake those arms out, catch your breath. Let's grab those dumbbells. Find that nice form. Here we go. Back to that curl to press, 10 reps. and let that go. Those dumbbells were definitely getting heavy after all these push-ups. But first, before we do more push-ups, we have round 2 of those toe touch reaches. Again, 15 reps. All right, here we go again. 10 more push-ups, and then we'll rest and move on to our final tri-set. Here we go. Keep those ribs in, focus on your breath. I'm definitely working hard and slowing down my pace a lot here, so if you're already done and waiting on me, great job. I'll catch up with you soon. Enjoy the extra rest. All right, fantastic job everyone. It is time for tri-set number 3. First we have a quick rest, but we'll be starting with pullovers, again 10 reps. We'll follow this with 40 heel slaps and then 10 push-ups. Yay! So when you're ready, grab those dumbbells. We're going to roll down onto your back in semi-supine and hold both weights overhead right above the shoulders. Just give me a quick moment here while I adjust my ponytail. If you have long hair, you know the struggle. All right, setting up in semi-supine with the arms almost fully extended, just a slight bend in the elbows. Now keep the weights together as one as you drop them overhead, tap the floor, and brace to lift back up. We're working the triceps, the front of the shoulder, the chest, and the upper back, as well as the core here. Set those weights aside. We'll move on to heel slaps to target the obliques. Coming back to semi-supine, extend the arms down by your sides and lift up in a crunch. Then squeeze in the obliques to rotate or rock right to left while staying lifted in the shoulders. We're doing 40 taps total, alternating sides. Keep the neck long and keep your gaze on the ceiling. Really pull that core down to get the shoulders up as high as you can. You'll get as much out of this exercise as you put into it. And have a quick rest, catch your breath, and we'll flip over for 10 more push-ups. Yay, we're having so much fun. We love it. All right, here we go. And have a rest. Quick breather. This is your final breather of the workout. We have one more tri-set to work through. So when you're ready, Head back to semi-supine and grab those dumbbells for your final set of 10 pullovers. Arms extend above the shoulders. Here we go. And let that relax. That is your final weighted exercise. Next, we have your final core movement. We are back to 40 heel slaps. Start it up. All right, let that go. We have your final set of 10 push-ups, and I can promise you I was kicking myself here for structuring this workout like this, but man, are we gonna feel good when we're done. Here we go, last set. I am dragging my way through this last set. All right, everybody, that is it. Very well done. Quick second here to fix my very wonky ponytail, and then we'll move into a quick cool down and stretch. Catch your breath, grab a sip of water first while I adjust myself here. And then we'll meet back in an extended child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, and reach the palms forward. Now we'll pick up that right arm and thread it underneath the left armpit and drop the shoulder down for a quick shoulder stretch or a variation on a thread the needle pose. Switch sides. Shifting up to tabletop position, we'll move through some cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, arch the back, look towards your knees. Pulling in the core as you arch and stretching through the abs as you drop. Now we'll curl the toes under and send the hips up and back for a downward facing dog, opening through the chest and shoulders, relax through the head and neck. Keep the hands and feet nice and wide here. Then we'll transition to a cross-legged position for a quick hug stretch. So you're going to reach your arms out in front of you, give yourself a hug, walk the fingertips in together behind the back, and add a little lift of the elbows if that feels okay. Take some nice deep breaths and sit up tall. And then we'll switch which arm is on top and repeat the same thing. Final pose is a seated twist, so reach that left arm to the right knee. Inhale to sit up tall and exhale to rotate and look back over the right shoulder. And then repeat the same position on the opposite side. And that is today's workout. Great job, everybody. I hope your arms are feeling nice and shaky. I hope you pushed yourself like I did. Take care, and I'll see you next time.